Hey, buddy, Matt Middlestad here, and welcome back to another We Grow Together. No agent left behind, just like it says behind me. We are here on this channel to help agents. Doesn't matter what brokerage you're from, doesn't matter where you're from, but it's to help you grow, okay? Because we believe that we all grow together and no agent is left behind. Today, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about DBMs. Don't know if you've ever heard of them before, but it stands for D for dominant, B for buyer, and DBM, dominant buying motives. Sorry, not buyer. Anyways, dominant buying motives. All right. You need to, as an agent, know what their dominant buying motive is. Okay. And there's a few of them. Number one is pride. Okay. Number two is profit. Number three is love. Number four is need. And number five is fear. Let's talk a little bit about pride, okay? Pride in itself, could be somebody that's looking for housing just because they want to be prideful, right? Like they basically, they want to, be on the west side versus the east side, right? They have a lot of pride, right? Like it's important to them, okay? So you've got to be able to identify that dominant buying motive. Why are they buying a house? This is going to help you be able to guide and nurture your clients into the home by knowing this, all right? Now, profit. You could be working with an investor. You could be working with somebody that really cares about the location and getting some profit out of their investment. Okay, so you have to know. The only way you're going to know these things is if you're asking the right questions, if you're asking and probing into what is going on in their life, building rapport with them. That's the most important thing, is building rapport with them. All right. Now, the other thing is love. That's another dominant buying motive. Maybe it's something that they're wanting to do for their family out of the love of their family. Like they're wanting to, get out of that apartment, right? Like, something they're doing out of love. Okay. Or maybe they're trying to make their wife happy. I don't know. Okay. But you've got to know that. And then maybe it's need. Okay. Maybe their house, burnt down or something, God forbid. Maybe they just, they live in a 3-bedroom apartment and they had a couple kids, right? And guess what? It's too packed where they're at, right? Or they could be living in a small house where, they need to upgrade, right? Whatever it is, that might be a need. Okay. Or maybe something happened to them catastrophic. Like, let's just say, somebody got into a wheelchair and the place they're living at, okay, is not wheelchair accessible. All right. That's a need. Okay. So, and the last one, guys, the last one is fear. Okay. What if they are living in a bad neighborhood and there's a lot of crime going on, right? You need to know those things. Fear could be a lot of things. Could be schools. Maybe their kids getting bullied in a school, right? Fear is a dominant buying motive. Now, let's just say you don't know how to figure out how to find these things, right? Well, you figure it out by asking questions. So let's just say you meet with a client and you start asking them. I always ask the question up front, hey, where are you from? I'm from so-and-so. Oh, that's fantastic. Awesome. Did you play any sports? Oh, no, I didn't play any sports. Or, hey, what do you do for a living? Right? You ask these questions. You ask them maybe, hey, where do you live now? What don't you like about where you live now? That's where you're going to find out the pride, the profit, the love, the need, or the fear. And once you find out which dominant buying motive it is, you hone in on it like a missile target, and then you take that and you go out and you find a home. Let's just say, I'll give you an example. Let's say it is fear, right? Well, fear that's an easy one, right? You're just going to have to find them a safe place, somewhere where they feel comfortable. Okay. If it's need, okay, they're going to be really, really motivated with need and fear. They're going to be super motivated. Okay. They're going to take action quickly. Okay. With love, okay, it's got to be the perfect place, right? It's got to be something that they just love. Okay. And then profit, it's got to be in the right location so they get the profit out of it. You only ask that by looking at the areas and looking at where the location is and finding out that by asking and building rapport. Now, pride could be somebody that's like, hey, I want to live in the biggest, baddest place ever, and I want to be in the best school district. Like I want to have pride. That's the person that's like all about like most of the time the materialistical things that make them that makes them feel good, right? Every person is different. Just like I go over in another video going over the different personality types, okay, which is the owl, the bull, the lamb, the tiger. It's the same thing, okay? Those are the personality types. These are their dominant buying motives. If you can find out the dominant buying motive, then your whole process of helping them get into the home is going to be super smooth because you're going to be able to push that hot button, right? You're going to be able to push that pride button, that profit button, that love button, that need button, that fear button. Those are your hot buttons. All right. Now, hope this helped you guys out. Remember, pride, profit, love, need, and fear. Those are your DBMs, dominant buying motives. Hope this helps out one agent out there or multiples. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we drop new content every week to help real estate agents. Like I said, doesn't matter what brokerage you're with, doesn't matter where you're located. We're here to grow together. No agent left behind. Talk to y'all next week.